recording? I can never tell. Yeah, okay. For this week's video, I thought that I would go over the top 10 tips for singers or performers. I've been doing a lot of performance lately, like practical sessions in school and rehearsals. So here are my top 10 tips for singers to keep your voice healthy, in shape, and consistent throughout whatever you're doing. Make sure you keep a healthy diet. I cannot stress this enough. Like, if you're just living off of McDonald's or KFC or whatever you're eating, and that's all you're eating, your voice isn't getting the nutrition that it needs, and it's not going to be strong enough because it's not getting what it needs to keep going and keep strong and keep consistent throughout what songs you're doing or what performances you're doing. And that goes along with tip 2, which is drink a lot of water and stay hydrated throughout the day. I always make sure to have a water bottle on me at all times. I just make sure to carry this with me around at all times so that I make sure that I have enough water throughout the day. This, I think, equals about like 2 glasses. You should be having about 8. I think the average that they say you should have is 8/10, according to how many you can have before you start feeling sick. I drink the same amount of water in my singing lessons than I do when I work out, which really shows how much you need it, just to make sure that your throat's not dry and you can keep singing without having any strain or any harshness to your voice. This one is absolutely crucial. It's not optional. You always need to warm up before you sing, before you rehearse, before you do anything with your voice. If you don't, this could cause damage. It could cause you to strain your voice, which could cause long-term effects. You just need to warm up so that you don't strain your voice and so that you're making sure that you're ready for every performance, every rehearsal, every go-over of any songs. Even if you're just doing one song, practicing it at home, you still need to warm up so that you don't then strain your voice or lose your voice. I've had a situation where I haven't warmed up before singing Bohemian Rhapsody and I've lost my voice for like 3 weeks, so it's not optional. You really need to warm up before you sing anything. Always get a good night's sleep. I myself have seen the repercussions of not getting a good night's sleep. I have lately been averaging on 4.5 to 3 hours of sleep every night, and I would turn up to rehearsals or singing lessons tired. My voice wouldn't be up to what I'm singing because I don't have enough energy to go through it, and I just haven't rested myself enough to be able to do these songs I need to be able to do. So it's really important just to get a good night's sleep and make sure that you're well rested and you have enough energy throughout the day to sing whenever you need to and to sing whatever you need to. Try to avoid certain food and drinks before a performance or a rehearsal. These can include fizzy drinks like Diet Coke or Fanta or Sprite. They could also, it just goes for like junk food, so no McDonald's or KFC before a performance. Any dairy is like the massive one, so you can't have milk before a performance, no milkshakes, you can't have any cheese or anything like that, because it will, I think it clogs up your vocal cords and causes you to not be able to do as well as you usually would. Always try to take breaks between singing. If you're singing for hours and hours and hours on end straight with no breaks, you're going to wear your voice out and it's not going to be as good throughout as it would be if you sung for a little bit, had a break, then did it again. You need your voice rested. It can't just carry on for hours and hours at the same level and not be affected by how much you are singing. Taking a break may be a small step, but it actually is very beneficial to your voice and making sure that it's rested and ready to do whatever else it needs to be able to do. I think this is pretty much an obvious one, but I never really used to stick to it. Make sure you practice whatever you're going to sing, because if you don't practice and you go up on stage, you're going to either forget your words, forget your tune, not know when you're coming in, or not know what you're singing, and that is really not good for your band, for you, or for the people who are watching, because it's just going to be awkward because you're not going to know what you're doing because you haven't gone over it, so you don't know when you come in or what part you're singing. Just make it easier for yourself and everyone else and just practice. learning how to breathe properly during a song. Now it seems pretty straightforward, right? Just like breathe as normal. It's quite difficult. Breathing during a song is very important to how it comes across. A lot of songs need you to breathe at a specific time so that you'll sing it right and not run out of breath halfway through, and then it sounds very strained and very stringy. There are a lot of breathing exercise videos on YouTube. There's like pages and pages of people who can give you advice on how to learn how to breathe properly during songs, or even just how to breathe properly when you're rehearsing anything or just singing generally. This is probably a very obvious one as well, but do not perform or do not rehearse when you're ill. Don't try and be all like, I'm going to be an overachiever, I'm gonna get this done no matter whether I'm ill or whether I'm sick or whether I can and can't sing, because there's a good chance that you will do something to your voice and then that will ruin your voice for when you are okay again. I remember when I started Brit school, I for some reason caught something or something happened and I lost my voice for a good 5 weeks. But I tried singing throughout, and I think that prolonged how long I was ill for and how much time I had that had been added on because I'd been singing when I was ill, and had therefore affected my voice more than if I just left it to relax and rest and then come back after all well and new. This is an optional tip. It doesn't have to be something that you do, but it's also a very good idea to take singing lessons or get a vocal coach who can teach you anything else that you don't know or you're not doing right. It also grows your confidence a lot. When I first went in, I wasn't that confident in my voice. I didn't really think I was any good, but then as the singing lessons went on, I got better and better, and it just grew my confidence, as well as giving me a better voice. It also teaches you a lot of different techniques, like where you should sing from, like your high cheeks, singing from your diaphragm, not your throat, your soft palate, all those kind of things that you wouldn't know about unless you had a singing teacher or looked it up online. If you look it up online, it's not really suited to the kind of singer you are, but a singing teacher can tell you a lot more about what your voice is, what your voice type is, and how to train that to suit you and your needs. So that was my little video on just a few tips for singers that if you didn't know, hopefully they were helpful. If you did know them, just a little reminder. But I hope this video helped some people. I think I may have moved my uploading day to Monday or Tuesday, I'm not quite sure. I'm also moving around in my room right now to figure out which area of my room would be best to film in so that I have good lighting and good backgrounds. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, don't forget, like, comment and subscribe, and I will be uploading whenever I get the chance.